Let's go to those the Resolve poll out today, because this is where we've seen a drop in the PM's performance rating. Now, this one's interesting. He's moved from -6 to -11, which means he's dropped 50 percentage points over the last 18 months. So 50 percentage points since he was elected. Dennis Shanahan reminded us last night. Now, I didn't have this stat front of mind like he did, and I tell you what, it makes you think, doesn't it? No first-term government since the Second World War has increased its majority at its first re-election attempt. Now, to survive, the PM has got to do that. So how does he buck the trend of history, Andrew?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to the campaign, but I do have to say these rules are made to be broken, aren't they? And you frequently see from the second to the third term, as we saw between 98 and 2001, as we saw between 16 and 19, a government increase its number of seats. So I don't see any reason why it couldn't happen, although it's not looking very likely at the moment. What I say that could happen, probably what they need to hope for, is just maintaining. They've got a 2-seat buffer. Maybe they can keep the losses to 2. That's what they'd be hoping. It's always been a race between majority and minority. And I think the concern for the opposition is they've never been ahead once. Now, I've covered plenty of these terms where the opposition's ahead for a lot of the term, frankly, and then the government comes at the last minute and snatches it. Well, the concern for Peter Dutton is he's never been ahead once, even though we've had this massive cost of living crisis. So both sides have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of issues, the government, and I know you would argue, well, this shows they're incompetent, and fair play to that argument. But they do seem to have an awful lot of issues and yet still not fall behind in the polls. So I think going against the opposition is the fact that Australians like to give a government 2-3-year terms before they turf them out.
I do think there is that predisposition there, but I think the issues at the moment are really playing hard into Labor's weaknesses. It's not that this is something that could be won by either side. The issue's gettable by both sides. I mean, all the sores for Labor, all the wounds are being opened up again, particularly on this border issue. I think that's what's driving these last two polls. Newspoll yesterday, obviously Resolve today.